tag everyone on the Discord. You're here! Eldritch screaming! Hello! Hello, hello! Cala-Luna, we still haven't read yours, have we? Hi, 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 welcome in. Yes, hello. We're gonna get some people on lists here real quick. Oh my goodness. Hello, welcome in. Hi, hi, hi. I'm just writing user I'm writing down usernames as I see them. I've got a new system for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is the list? Great question. Hold on, I'm catching up. Feel free all to answer that question in chat. Cat Guardian illustrations. Man, this chat just does not stop scrolling. It needs to. We got Fighting Shadow, Qrow, Puppet Theater System. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The list is so your character gets read. Correct. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There are VODs, so if you had to leave in the middle of me reading yours, because I do try to check that you're here before I start. If you had to leave suddenly in the middle, then you can definitely... It's all on YouTube. I've caught up on all the VODs. So welcome in. For everyone, I'm going to have to go back in because I know I missed a ton of people who just told me they're here. So I'm going to answer the question, what is this live about? I'm a real life bard. I do a lot of TTRPG themed music. So basically most people know D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, but there's a ton of really cool systems out there that people play. It's not just Dungeons and Dragons. Real life bard time. Welcome in, Dano. Hello, hello. So basically, at the very end of this last year, to go into this year, asked y'all for character stories, and then throughout the year, I pick from these stories, and I write a song about these characters. So sometimes it's the villain singing to the character, or it's the character singing, or it's someone else singing to the character. Yeah, basically, I go through and I write songs based on these stories. And it's a lot of fun. And then what happened from there is a lot of people were very excited about this project. It's a bunch of Jarls in a tavern. A lot of people got excited about the project, which, understandable. And then I started coming here on lives to read through your submissions, which has now become a whole event of its own, where I read the character stories out loud with whoever is here in chat to have their story read. Basically, I make a list of whoever's here with a character submitted. You can learn how to submit by checking my pinned video. Hello, Joy. Yes, the very, very first session got messed up, unfortunately, because I didn't know anyone cared about watching these. Let's just put it that way. I didn't know that... I didn't know everyone was gonna be so excited. I know D&D nerds like to gush about their characters. I know, say it isn't so. So wild. I couldn't have I mean, it's not that I couldn't have predicted. I just, I don't know. I didn't realize how much people would enjoy me reading their characters, so... No, there's no boring characters. Thanks for the heart. I am setting, I have a new setup, so you should be able to see me in full screen on desktop and cropped. That's why my head's a little bigger than normal today. Cropped. I know. Yeah. So, oh man, I've lost all my train of thought. So I just didn't realize, I know you all love your characters. I guess I didn't know, or I didn't anticipate how much you were gonna love me loving your characters. So, anywho, the very, very first session of read-throughs, I did not record locally to my computer as it was happening, and therefore the fact that TikTok is supposed to give you a VOD, I thought that was no problem because I could just download it from TikTok. But of course, the one session I didn't record locally on my computer is the one session TikTok said 2 minutes is all, or it wasn't even 2 minutes, 2 seconds of this video is all you get. So anywho, I'm really sorry. I know I'm missing a ton of chat right now. It's going very fast and I can hardly keep up. So I'm not ignoring anyone on purpose. I've given up scrolling back up to the top. I'm so sorry. I will say we already have, I want to get everyone who's here written. I have a new system to try and help me keep track of, who's here and how often you've been here to try and keep it more fair, because I have not been keeping track of the list in between streams. And I want to do a little bit better with that, so I can't do that if I can't go back. Like, I can't go back and update how many times you've been here waiting. Hello, Raven! So I can't fix that. Like, that part's just gonna be sad. Caleb, hold on. Caleb. So. How do you get on the reading list? Yeah, at the beginning of stream, I make a list of who's here. And what I was just explaining is I'm trying to update... I'm trying to update a system so that I can always prioritize people who are here, who have been here waiting multiple times. Because it's really, I know many of you have waited multiple lives and we still haven't gotten to your character, and I'd like to try and balance that out a little bit better while still, whoever's here first, I'm going to get started with those first, but yeah. I've been noticing you've been making TikToks of people's stories. Is that random? Not at all. I have started with the first recorded session, so not the very first. There's session 1, which is unrecorded. And then starting with session 2, where I have the recording, I am just systematically going in order and editing those videos and posting them. So if you all haven't seen those, then you can check. I've got a character readings playlist in my bio, and you can watch all the ones that have been edited so far. If you want to watch everything unedited, you can go to YouTube and check the Lord of Legends Archives playlist. No, hi Noah. Unfortunately, no, I don't have a public way to check if you're on the list. However, I am going to tell you who I've written down. I have, hold on. Oh, I don't have a way to mark y'all present. Hold on, I gotta fix this here. I gotta add a way to edit this. Oh, please. Present. That's not helpful. Here we go. I've got a new system, it's in progress, but that also means that I am kind of updating it as we are sitting here. Hold, please. I do have a way to tell, like, I mark this, the system isn't perfect yet. Hello. But I do have a way, once I actually go to find the story, I can see that I've read it or not, but right now, like, just writing down your names. Also, by the way, I've never seen, I wanted to make I wanted to make a video about it. I just haven't had the chance. 2 people, when I reposted my World You Know, I think it was the World You Know song from the album, were like, I'm gonna put this on my, Pumpkin was one of them, I know, because I'm gonna put this on my Pumpkin playlist, or I'm gonna put this on my Hikari playlist, and then the next day on my artist Spotify stats, I see both of those playlists at the top of, like, streams. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hi everyone. I try to check. It's only happened once that I know I accidentally started a story while someone hadn't been able to be here. So that's a bummer. But in general, I try to like make sure the person's in chat before I start. I can't help it if you leave after I've begun. But if you say you're here and I start reading your story, I assume that you're here. Thank you. I assume that you're here and I read through it, but otherwise I try to skip over, and I even have part of my new system to try and keep track of who I've had to not read for. Boo the Mini. Hold on. And I need to go get my hot beverage very soon. And yes, I was also saying... I have a, hello, thank you. Cass, I have you on the list for sure. And sorry, hi Joy. Sorry, my sister Joy is here in chat. I'm gonna tell you the list now. I have Cala-Luna, oh man, JOJO, Eldritch Screaming. It's gonna be a little slower because I have to like actually update as I go. Cat Guardian Illustration, Fightingshadow, Qrow with a Q, Puppet Theater System, Dahlia, KayJay. I'm not looking at chat while I do this because I can't do both. Marie Shady, Raven, Caleb Holt, Shmapalo, Albatross, Cass, Noah, Pumpkin. I wrote Pumpkin. I don't know if that's your... I think that's the character name. I just wrote Pumpkin. Boo the Min Piggy and I don't know how to say this word. Mutt. That's the list so far. That is the character name. Okay, sorry. I got so excited about Pumpkin. The name. Haunted Hunt, Puppet Theater System. Haunted Hunt. Okay. These should be the TikTok display names. Oh, Joy, let me get you on there. Hold on. I'm going to tell you really quick. It's okay. What's going to happen is if I'm able to get to you, I'm going to call out for you and then ask you your character name and we're going to find it together. Am I on it? K9, no, you are not. You are now. Cause I can only, like, I don't know if there's a setting in TikTok Studio Live, or whatever this is called. I can only see by default your display names. I have to click and, like, do a bunch of active work to see your usernames. Smiley, yes, hold on. Smiley. Alice the Dice Obsessed. I will say we have been reading slower and slower, but over the past several like lives, I've been reading between like 8 and 11 stories. So this is already, we have a list of 24 people. But this time I want to start actually just adding everyone to the list when they get here. Yes, with swords. Absolutely. I'm going to try and add everyone to the list on request because my new system, in my new system, I will be adding a tally every time that you've been here on a live waiting. So Friska, did I say I don't think I said you're on the list. Let me add you to make sure we track that. Yes, can I be added for sure? Buddy, CT0726 match. You are now on the list. Hello, Bardic Desperation. Welcome in. Maddie, we can add you to the list for sure. Maddie in? Yes, we can get you on the list as well. Galamede? A wild Bilbo sighting or sounding. Lulu, yes, I got you on the list. I will be live for about 2 hours total. Hi, Tizdig. Extrovert, let me get you in there. Yeah, I see you, Joy. All of us barking back. Woof. Fire King, welcome in. Fire King. Probably not. Connor, hold on. Probably not. I've not probably read your story without you, most likely. Connor, we have Connor on the list. Smexy Skexis? What is that? So, Bardic Desperation, I'm doing, hey Tylox, Conan the King, no, Conan the King, now you are. The reading list for stories, Cyber the Bard, yes. Basically, I accept character stories, and then we come here and we read them. A Dark Crystal from Dark Crystal, a movie from the 80s. Okay. I am Fergie. I do not have you on the list yet. Okay, I think the list is looking pretty good. I think I've gotten most, I mean, it's hard to keep up, but I think I've gotten most of you on the list now. I am going to go pour myself a hot beverage. I heard my water be boiled a few minutes ago. We are about 15 minutes in. I will be streaming probably for another hour, 45 minutes. And I expect to get through, between 8 to 12 stories today. So that would be, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cala-Luna, JOJO, Eldritch Screaming, Cat Guardian Illustrations, Fightingshadow, Qrow, Puppet Theater System, Dahlia, KayJay, Marie Shady. That's who I will likely get to today. But I am going to start keeping track of who's here so that I can start, like, it'll be a weighted system. So the more often you've been here waiting, it'll bump you up higher on the list by default. We're all starting from scratch today because this is the first time I've implemented the system. So, no promises. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to go get my hot drink, and then we can get started with Cala-Luna, which I'm going to need your character name, but don't tell me yet because it's going to get lost in chat. In the meantime, I would love to hear what you have been most proud of yourself for in the last week, and then I'm just going to read that chat when I get back with my hot beverage as I load up the stories. Yeah. And bingo! I almost forgot bingo, you guys. Bingo.dorko.tv. Go get your bingo card while I get my beverage. Good evening. Go grab at bingo.dorko.tv. Grab a bingo card so we can play character story trope bingo and play along. I'll be right back. Why are you so growly, buddy? Okay. Tea noises in the background. Can it really pick up the kitchen from all the way in here? Jarl! Have y'all been checking out the bingo cards? Proud of yourself for finishing work on the web comic. Nice. I almost forgot the bingo card. Wrapped up our 3-year Vampire the Masquerade campaign. That's amazing. Made another friend go through D&D. It was heartbreaking. Oh no. Proud of yourself for coming up with an idea to make combat more interesting and hopefully faster. Bonding over dimensional traveler NPCs. Proud of yourself for finishing 3 art pieces this week when I can usually only finish 1. That's incredible. Finally started BG3. I would love to, I keep wanting to like buy it and stream it on Twitch or something. Clink clink. Proud of myself for showing up on time to all my commitments. Also remembering to show up here. Well, I'm glad you're here. Finish a year-long campaign. Finish writing the first 4 chapters of my book. That's amazing. DM for the first time ever. Woo! The Jarl's incoming from inside the house. Proud of not emotionally exploding after my son had a meltdown during my birthday yesterday. That's really, yeah, hard to manage your own emotions on top of all of that. Yeah. My friends and I finished arc 4 of Shattered Dungeons, and I retired my character for that arc. Oh. Can't speak. Bingo.dorko.tv. And then I'm gonna scroll down. I can't keep reading out all these comments or we'll never start. Okay. I'm just downloading one right now for myself. So if you want to play along, just go to bingo.dorko.tv so you can play bingo with us as we do the stream. Oh. Who reads stories at a live story reading stream, right? We do have a Discord, which I have completely forgotten to add a link for, so it's easy to find. It's 18 and up, but the invite is dorko.tv/Discord if you'd like to join. I don't know. I had an event that has disappeared and there's no record of it in the Discord logs. Discord just said, I can't handle this. I've actually started using the built-in TikTok scheduling feature, so if you want to be reminded natively by TikTok when these happen, I will be scheduling 1 or 2 of these out at a time in my TikTok bio, and you can like register for the event. It's free to do that. I think there's options for people to do that paid, but yeah, there's all of that. So up first, I've got my bingo card. Need to pull the story times over here. I won't be able to, this is a whole new setup. If the camera suddenly dies, it's because it's a new camera and I'm still learning how to get it where it works for long-term streaming. It died a little before 2 hours on last Saturday for me during a call. So y'all will stop, but I'm gonna have it where I can't see myself, so you'll have to start all yelling at me if you can't see me anymore. I'm going to go ahead and say the reading list is closed, but I will try and keep track. I'll call. Joy will just call me if it dies. But yeah, yeah, we got our things. I won't be able to see unless you all tell me. Okay. Characters, storytime lives, unread stories, storytime reading list. Cala-Luna. Dorko.tv/Discord. It is 18 and up, but otherwise everyone is welcome to join. I meant to have text here that says all that, but I don't right now. Cala-Luna. Did you say your character name? Cala-Luna. Vespera. Here we go. I was even able to search your name. Here we go. Vespera. Beautiful name. Alright, are we ready? We're gonna start reading at 24 minutes in. That's quite early for me now. We're doing it. Reading for Cala-Luna, we have Vespera, also known as Ves. This is a half-elf, sorceress, 24 years old, she, hers. Party role, just wants everyone to be safe. Story live speed run. No. Just trying to, you know, stay focused. Gotta give drive, gotta give power. I'm hungry with the power. I clearly don't remember how that one goes. Alright, we've got party role. Just wants everyone to be safe. Backstory. A curse on her has led to the death of her father through a sudden burst of dark energy. Since the goddess Saloon gave her her powers, Shar, the sister goddess, cursed her at the same time. After this event, she is now searching for a way to break the curse. Well, that's rude. So one sibling, like one goddess sibling, was like, hey, I bless you. And the other one said, no, screw you. That's yin and yang, I guess. Current story arc. In a small village surrounded by an aura of death, they investigate what could be the cause. There, in the locked catacombs of the church, they encounter a necromancer whom they banished. The red dragon that attacked the city at the beginning of the campaign is still taking over cities, bringing death and disaster. After defeating the necromancer, they had made their way to the next town, which had brought back painful memories in Ves, as her father had died there. They are currently on the trail of a group that is trying to take over the town from underground. I'm adding strange emphases here. They're trying to take over the town from underground and can hopefully find out more information on how to defeat the dragon. Ves also looks for a way to lift the curse every chance she gets without her party knowing. She didn't tell them anything about that because she thinks she would keep them safe by them not knowing about it. That's keeping secrets from the party, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure keeping secrets from the party is a bingo square, just FYI. Also, parental loss, definitely on there. Hold on. I haven't even looked at my bingo card. Yeah, but when gods have a sibling rivalry, like, no one wins. No one wins. Bingo bongo. Let's see. Extreme betrayal, no. I wouldn't really count this as denial of feelings. Abandoned as a child? I don't really know that I count, like... I don't really count that in this scenario. They weren't abandoned. Yeah, I don't think I've got a single one yet. Other than, like, you know, adoption agents and client, of course. Party parent figure? I mean, just wants everyone to be safe is pretty close to that. Abandonment via death. Shmapalo, don't even worry about it. I can't tell you, I don't want to brag. I don't want to brag or anything, but I've had many people tell me how nervous they are about their submission, and then when we get to it, they actually end up really enjoying it still. So trust the bard. Trust the bard. All right, I don't have a single one, but I know there was parental loss of a parent, and like curses were definitely on the list somewhere somehow, and keeping secrets from the party, I'm pretty sure is on there. Religious trauma, I would count that as religious trauma. Last time I trusted a bard, there was a TPK. Party member betrayal, that's up to you. I have that on there, but I'm not counting it in this particular case. But you can, it's up to your own discretion. You can count it as you like. This is a game, it's for fun. There's no actual prize. Okay. Specific anecdote. When she returned to her mother's house with her party, she left the others alone for a few minutes. She had asked her mother for some flowers, which she quickly made for her, she was a druid, and then disappeared from her house. A few minutes away, there was a small cave entrance that led her into a secret garden. There was a large tree which she approached, and in which she could see her father's face, which her mother had carved into it. Oh, I was gonna say, is he like back in some way? She knelt down, placed the flowers at the roots of the tree, and said in a low voice, "Father, I'm back." Oh. I feel like I play in very goofy games because we're all too goofy for these kinds of moments, I feel like. Oh, no. All right. Character details. She is actually a very big family person. Her family and those closest to her are very important to her. Before she left home, she also spent a lot of time with her little sister, currently 10 years old. She uses her magic to create a starry sky on cloudy nights or where you can't see the sky. She used to do this with her little sister and still does it now and again during a long rest. The curse of the goddess Shar is physically visible on her left hand. From there, it spreads further and further the more time passes, which is why she covers it up with her clothes. Ooh. Oh, there's some pretty cool art. Hello, hello. I know, don't make me cry at first story. Not on that first story. Raven, how far are you on the list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is okay. There will also be VODs and there will also be many more streams. Moon, did we read your story? The lore is loring. When you think you're gonna cry, just pretend Wash and Pharrell are here, Dev. Yeah, basically. Oh. Okay, we have read one story. Marked as read. Okay, I was pretty sure, Moon. I was like, I know you've been here. I lose track of whose characters are which. Basically, if you weren't here, and I didn't say I was reading your story, I probably didn't. Not at all, Shmapalo. I am trying to just keep track of whoever's been here and on the list, and that just tallies up per stream, basically. Okay, we've made it one story through. JoJo, were you still here? Did you have a story for me to read? Thank you. I will have fun loring. No worries. Enjoy your day. I hope work goes pretty well. Apple pie. Jane Doe. Ooh, I gotta mark this as red over here. So many places to mark things as red. Haha. One down, thousands to go. Hey, Eldazur. Let me, oh no, I don't want that. Oh man, every time. Don't save. What a name. Yes. What am I looking at here? Where did I put this? Hold on, my systems are getting their wires crossed. Yeah, we are at... we've only really had like 20 extra character submissions since last time. 1,483, and a couple of those are test characters because I was testing some new features. Yeah, definitely. I would love to see more art. Where was I? JoJo with Jane Doe. Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. I will have to warn you, if you wrote a ton in your submission, I will probably have to skip some of it in the reading. Just one, because of time, and two, to be fair to everyone else. But, Bard is barding. Oh yeah, no worries, then we're good. Cool. I was just referring to like if it's a long story and much is written. Me a name I call myself. Sorry, that's in my head now. All good. No, it's not. And there's an art. I almost want to like make videos like teaching people how to condense stories. You know what I mean? Like, not that I'm an expert, because I also talk way too much myself. But like, I feel like there's an art to finding the details to include or not, and I feel like I don't know, people would enjoy like little tutorials on such things. I say write tutorials, I mean film tutorials. Talk about it here on TikTok. Alrighty, we are reading for JoJo. The character is Jane Doe, a Dampier necromancer wizard, 24 years old, she, hers. Party role, curious, slightly annoying, sibling energy. Backstory. She came from a cult of Vecna, in which she was born and raised, ritualistically given no name, and removing her eye as a form of sacrifice for the god of secrets. Okay. We're off to a real intense start here. I know we also have like cult squares for bingo. I don't today, but there are cult bingo squares. I know, we started light there. Bod mods for the gods. Alright, I got through one sentence. Due to their constant denying her access to the outside world, they were keeping her as an eventual vessel for Vecna. She eventually became a Dampier who literally hungers for experience. She snuck books and writing from other cult members and would read them extensively. Imagine being, like, reserved as a vessel. Jeez Louise. Friendly fire. Oh, yeah, that's going right. That's a really good adoption. Actually, divine intervention I think that's meant as, like, a thing. I think the last one counted as divine intervention. The gods were definitely involved in that. No thanks, babe. Alright, we have more backstory. When the cult attempted to move her to another ritual site, seemingly to move forward with the process of her becoming a vessel of Vecna, she had the opportunity to witness the world for the first time. The sheer feeling overwhelmed her, and by the time she gained consciousness again, she was standing amongst the corpses of the cult members transporting her. Oh! Her hunger for knowledge and experience had been overwhelmed. After this point, she found her first friend and chose a name for herself, Jane Doe, a name for the unknown. She adventures to satiate this sense of wanderlust and curiosity, and to explore and understand the world she is finding so wonderful, all while using the necromancy she's been raised around. This falls under the forgot square. Well, she, oh, I have fighting a cult. That's definitely in there. Also, it hasn't come up in chat for at least a few minutes, but just as a reminder, my pronouns are they, them. Thank you. Spread the word. I don't like correcting people. I know, she just needs protecting. Just needs a little protecting. Party member? No. I'm just reading through. Friendly fire? I could fall under friendly fire. Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. It reminded me that a few minutes ago it was happening. Kidnapping? Would being raised in a cult count as kidnapping? Not really, I think. Not really. Uncontrollable and or wild magic. All good, Marie Shady. Uncontrollable magic. I don't know. Uncontrollably just going off like that. I don't know if that counts. All right. Current story arc. Jane has been traveling with the party for a small time. She is just eager to be with people that she is slowly learning treat her how a real family. Hold on. She is just eager to be with people that she is slowly learning to treat her. No, I'm reading this really strangely. She is just eager to be with people that she is slowly learning treat her how a real family should be treated. There we go. The emphasis. Found family! If you have a found family. No, you didn't write it strangely. I just, reading through all of these, I lose where I lose. You know how, like, when you say a word too many times and it, like, loses all meanings? I get that sensation with just, like, everything after reading through these sometimes. Or while I'm reading, just suddenly words have no... I struggle to get through the sentence sometimes because I started it with one emphasis, thinking... Part of how I do my reading is I try to anticipate where the sentence is going to, like, still be able to read it dynamically, because I'm reading these for the first time with all of you, like, but I want to give it flair. So I'm trying to, like, give it the emphasis, right, and the feeling as we go, but sometimes I start in on it wrong, and then I can't move past that. So it's not a reflection of your writing. Despite this, the party found out that the cult of Vecna is attempting to find... The cult of Vecna is attempting to find Jane, much to her dismay. Jane has been in a state of angered preparation. She has found something she refuses to give up and seeks to prepare to do anything and everything to not go back to her life before. Oh, man. Poor Jane. That's rough, man. That is rough. Would that count as extreme betrayal that the cult was gonna, like, sacrifice her to Vecna? I feel like that's not the spirit. That's rough, buddy. That's not the spirit of that square, but technically. Specific anecdote. She's frequently being way too honest for her and others' good. She's told a, albeit narcissistic party member that she doesn't find them attractive, told a guard they were trying to distract them, and much more. I'm trying to distract you, so if you could just focus on me, please, that would be great. Thank you. Curse the sudden but inevitable betrayal. She tends to be sort of imposing sometimes without meaning to. In her view, she's just being logical. One time she intimidated someone the party was interrogating by saying, "Did you know there are 206 bones in the body? It's somewhat ridiculous to say one could break all of the bones in your body. However, did you know that 106 bones are in your hands and feet? So it's much more accurate to say that I could break the majority of them." Though it would be a lengthy process from what I've seen in the past. So please, work along with my friends. Oh, man. Oh. Thank you for the gift, Raven. Nah, not horrible timing. It was for the epic dramatic reading. I know, that was great. It was a great monologue. I wanted to do it justice. Character details. She tends to always be writing. She holds several journals that are messily filled with all things from spells to ideas to doodles of events and places and people. She doesn't always understand personal space and will typically have to be told to leave, or else she will just follow whichever friend she is pursuing for the time being consistently. Same. She adores rats due to one of the first spells she figured out being Find Familiar. She keeps a small albino rat familiar called Glady, named after a portion of the sternum known as the gladiolus since it's close to the heart. Oh. Oh. I haven't been doing edits because there's so many. Yeah. A wholesome girl at heart. I am working on a little tool that you could update some things. But anecdote wasn't one of them, I think. Anyways, if you remind me in the Discord later, possibly. I know heartstrings are being tugged. Okay, a few more details. She is really tall, 6'1", with stark gray hair and deep bags around her eyes. Despite being really imposing and sometimes saying menacing things like, I will break over half the bones in your body, she is rather friendly overall and just really curious and awkward. She tends to say, oh, in various different circumstances, mostly because someone is explaining something to her. She adores bringing up fun facts that aren't always fun, like how you could break over half the bones in someone's body by focusing on their hands and feet. She has a specific preference for rat facts. Could we get a rat fact right now? Have you learned a lot about rats? In the process of this? Perfectly fun facts. A group of rats is called a mischief? She intends to call the party back. Hashtag rat facts is what these videos should be tagged. There are no fun facts about rats. Everything about them is tragic. Oh no. Mischief, that's a fun fact. What a fun character. Thank you for sharing. Oh. Hello, Kinsey Queen. I do not think so. But I've got you on the list for accounting your presence. Rats are pretty darn cute. At least when they are not crawling around outside my house. Yeah, I have dreams of like showing who would be next, or like who's at least currently being read, or how many people are currently in line. But that requires a bunch of coding that I haven't had time to do. Your sister used to train rats? Oh my goodness. You'll never guess what happened to her eye. Oh no. Rats like to be tickled? That is also a fun fact. Eldritch Screaming, are you still here? I know you were so excited to be so close to the top of the list. Yes. What is your favorite color? What is your character's name? Raevaxina. There we are. Very good. I've created new fields since most of you submitted, so I'm trying to clean up these names. Blue, no, green! Ah! Yeah, all good. You don't have to stay for the entirety of lives for sure. I have you on the list, but it will definitely not be today. The list is quite long at this point for today. But having had you on the list, we can notate that for next time. Welcome back, Jax. All good. Glad to see you. As a reminder, I know the question has been asked a few times. I do record these now. The very first session 1 from like December 20-something, maybe 19th. I don't remember what the date was. Actually, I can find out really fast. Hold on. I say really fast, and that is actually a lie. Hold on. It was December 18th. The first stream was December 18th. We read 25 stories whose recordings were never taken, and we've lost them to time forever. But other than those 25 stories, everything is recorded, and everything is on the Lore to Legends archive playlist on YouTube. Would I ever want to play a hurdy-gurdy? Yeah, but it would terrify me, and also... yeah. I had other thoughts, and they left me. Yeah, just let me know next time. Yeah, the exclusive first stream benefit is that it is, it was ephemeral, it was effervescent, it was a special moment no one else can ever have. I don't know. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it because I can't fix it. Okay. Dr. Raevaxina Ula'dovel. Did I say it right? We sing songs of that first dream. We can fix things like typos, we can fix when we are there together, you know? Yeah, can never be recreated again. It was so magical, too magical for recording, truly. In the same way that we seem to kill TikTok's chat. It was the greatest stream in the world. This is just a tribute. Okay. We can do this. We're focusing. And yet every time I try to actually sing it for reals, I cannot. I've tried doing that in like music streams before, and it just never, I can't pull off. Like, you need so much energy to pull that song off. Okie dokie. For Eldritch Screaming, we have Dr. Raevaxina Ula'dovel. I think I said it differently that time, but that's okay. Character species, a lich, but actually a high elf. I'm assuming high elf is like the stats, actually. Character class, divine necromancer / cleric. 125 years old, she, hers. I didn't know that a divine necromancer was a thing until just this very moment. I've learned something today. Party role. Excuse me. Party role. Financial patron of the party. Sugar mommy. I'm putting that as party parent figure. Healer with the stabbies, needles. Portable mansion, counterspell, queen. What a title. What a title. Sugar mommy. Backstory. She pursued medical science after watching her city ravaged by a plague called the necrophage, and ended up creating the first vaccine in the world in an attempt to create a cure. Oh. She worked herself to literal death, not knowing she had contracted the plague in a new form, and was reborn as a lich after using artificer magic to make a phylactery. Wow. I don't even know, like, wow. What does that even count as under these? Wild. Wild. I have implied revives or resurrections, but that was explicitly said. Further motivated by the pursuit of curing the world, she sets out to go town to town to deliver vaccines and hopefully prevent what happened to her from ever happening again. Now there is some motivation. She's a doctor! A doctor! Have we had a doctor character yet? I think this might be our first doctor. Current story arc. She recently had lost control over her power after finding out her terrible stepfather is going to try to spread the plague she is seeking to cure. No, that's family betrayal. Not really party member betrayal. Which she has finally made the cure for. So she like made a cure, and then stepdad's like, yo, I'm gonna go be a problem. After losing control of her power again, she has retreated into her phylactery to do some soul searching, fearing that she will hurt her friends if she doesn't figure out control. I'm definitely marking this under uncontrollable and or wild magic. No doctors, but Jane knows a lot about bones. Works herself to literal death. I am counting that as sacrifice to self. I think that absolutely counts. Absolutely. Yeah, we really have quite a lot of squares, so like everyone probably has a fairly different, which squares you get are gonna be different, and where those squares are. Like the bingo card is randomly generated every single time you load that page. So we may not all have the same squares or options. Where was I? Raevaxina still struggles with knowing she's in the divine service of a death god as a reaper, despite being an agnostic-leaning atheist and a woman of science. She has finally almost finished her life's work of the cure and is scared of what she will do now that it is almost finished. However, she has given up her chance at being resurrected in order to focus solely on her life's work and prevent her resurrection from being used as a bargaining chip by Asmodeus. Asmodeus! I can't read the name Asmodeus without that sound coming into my head. It's okay, you can make a bingo card now. You can make a bingo card now. Bingo.dorko.tv if anyone wanted to join in the bingo card nonsense. I think divine intervention. I feel like between all these different god interventions, we've definitely had divine intervention crossed off. Did we have a sentient weapon? I don't think so. I should put family betrayal if that one's not already on here. I forget though. Family betrayal. Yeah, feel free to like shout out a trope. Not unless you count Jane herself as a weapon. Yeah, I don't think so. Specific anecdote. Upon finding out that the town they were in was infected with necrophage and zombies were rising from it, she made an army of zombies called a Panacea Horde to fight the plague infected. How does that even work? I do think it's a high elf for stats, but a lich, actually. Unless I'm confused. The lich may be entirely homebrew. Character details. Good habit. Makes sure everyone is vaccinated. Bad habit. Does it by surprise. Haha! You're vaccinated! Gotcha! The lich part was homebrew. Okay. Yeah, we've had some where it's like, it's called this, but it's really like a reskinned stat block. Surprise vaccine! Yeah, I know, I love it. Physical traits. Her skeleton is black and carved with glowing runes and hidden spells that she has no idea what they are or how to use them. Oh man. Her skin glows blue and changes colors depending on how screwy her humanity is. Oh my god. Pet peeve, when people don't believe science actually works as well as magic. Okay, we just want to scooch some of these characters together. Pat. Oops, that was a needle. Liches exist in D&D, but they aren't playable. They're creatures. Yeah, the laugh that I just let out was ungodly. This is the future the left wants. Amazing. And that's some cool art. If you all have checked out the character gallery recently and want to look this character up, very cool artwork. Like, such a unique character design. Thank you for gifts. My goodness. My Naguta. Okay, we've done another one. I believe I made it all the way through. We did it. Cat Guardian Illustrations. What's the character's name? Love seeing the necromancer love. Oh yes, water, thank you. Everyone drink your water. Yeah. Sponsored by water. Wrong list. Here we go. Oh, wrong list. Here we go for real. Aeron. Human. There we go. You changed. We've spoken in DMs, correct? I'm just making sure I'm looking at the right one. The Paladin, because you said you changed your username and everything, right? Because you do art. Yes. Okay. Is this a different account, or should I be like updating your... Okay, what's one pat? Okay. I am now a cat. I really wish TikTok Studio would let me... click on things. Copy stuff. New name. Okay. I am... I'm on the struggle bus. Hold on. Let me just update information so that this is something I can actually, you know, tag you in later if we ever, when we get the videos going. With the stories. We're in the wrong place, that's why. Yeah, sometimes the lag is real. Okay, well, I know I'm looking at this. Here we go. Airtable, do your thing. Cat_guardian is the actual username, though, right? Cat. That way I can actually find you later, because I will 100% forget. My brain works like Dory's from Finding Nemo. Yeah, looks like a few people are having lagging, and leaving and returning may do the trick. No, you're good, you're good. All good. I'm sorry. I just can't keep up, so I want to make sure that it's already in my records. Thank you, Eldritch Screaming. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, lag heckin' sucks. I even have better settings today. It should be optimized for mobile, should be optimized for desktop. I am not streaming at 60 frames per second today. I'm streaming at like the normal 30, I'm pretty sure. I think. Like, you know, like I today should be way more optimized. I'm optimized for every format. Aeron. Alright, for Cat Guardian Illustrations, we have Aeron. A human, paladin, then Solarian, but mostly paladin, 23 years old, she, hers. Yeah, last week was tough. Here to support the characters. Hey, Fletcher, how are you doing today? But it should be so much more optimized today. I have a 4K camera feeding through OBS, and then I'm spitting that out. I'm recording that clean so that I can hopefully stop having all these... I hate the text that's on the videos that I then post on TikTok later, because I edit it. Yada, 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 yada. So I'm recording a clean feed. Hopefully I do it right. I'm really sorry if I mess this up. I'm recording a clean feed for editing at the full 4K, and then, so that should also be nicer for YouTube, and feeding these optimized versions through TikTok Studio for the actual stream. It should be great. We should be doing amazingly. Come on! Alright. Party role. The leader / group heart. Mirror line. There's basically no way that I've read your story if you've never been to a stream before. Precisely because I am only reading from the list of people who are here. And even then, I'm still not, I have yet to ever make it through a list. I make a list and then I don't manage to read through all of it. So today we've read a few. I didn't add a quick, easy way to see that, but today we've read a few, and there's 37 more people on the list, and I am expecting to get through maybe 10 total stories. Thanks for more gifts, Raven. My goodness. However, that being said, I do upload the VODs to YouTube, minus the very first session, which didn't get recorded. So the VODs go up on YouTube, with all of the chapter markers at the different starts of all the stories. So you could theoretically go to each of the videos on the Lore to Legends Archives playlist on my profile, and check all the timestamps, and you'll be able to see all the different stories that have been read, except for the first 25 stories that were in session 1 that didn't get recorded. The mythical first session. I feel so bad about it, but I didn't know. Dealing with bot, like, it's work I'm happy to do, but it's not work I wanted to do. It's not work that I was gonna volunteer to do without anyone wanting it, you know? Like, it's a decent amount of work to go edit. I edit the beginning and the end, and I go through and find all the, like, I have to find all the stuff. Sometimes I call someone's name, and then it's 10 minutes later that I actually start reading their story, so, like, I gotta go through and find all the actual stories. It's a mess. Anyways, it takes about half an hour to edit a VOD, so that's not work I was gonna do. And that's with, like, super minimal editing. I wasn't gonna just do that when nobody was asking for that last time, like last year, a year ago when we did these. It just wasn't as, that was the thing, like, I did kind of do these last time, but they just weren't as, I don't know if the volume of people was just so small, relatively speaking, or what, but it just wasn't as big of a deal for people. It was fun, but it was not something everyone was, like, frothing over like this year. I'm here for it, though. I really love this. Okay, we were leader group heart. Backstory. Aeron came from a small town where she grew up watching the traveling theater shows as they came by. She always loved the shows about paladins the most, but never thought she was brave enough to become one. So she tried to become a cleric, but could never pass the exams. Then one night, the spirit of the town's paladin hero came to her and taught her to be a paladin. She left the safety of her home to go out to help people the way the heroes in the stories had. A bean! A precious bean! Oh, enjoy crafting. That sounds really great. Yeah, so many of y'all, by the way, are so talented. So many of you are artists, cosplayers. Whenever you're here, you just look around in the chat, because there's so many other cool people here. I don't know how it works to, like, easily go check people out, but so many of you do so much cool content. So I always encourage you, don't just check me out. Get to know each other and check each other's profiles out, because there's a lot of cool art y'all are doing. Alrighty. A precious backstory. Current story arc. Aeron became a sort of legend in the land as a paladin who is actively dismantling the evil slave trade and fighting evil without hesitation. She fought all but the Red Dragon. She had shining white armor. She stopped notorious pirates and even a cult that was made to kill her. Her greatest act was leading an entire army of good to free the slave capital of the north. But then, the Red Dragon attacked and Aeron sacrificed herself by charging them without any armor to save the rest of her party. She vanished. I get chills. I get chills. I get chills every time. Happy childhood on my bingo card. Yes! How many paladins are submitted? It's potentially information we have. 784 years later, Aeron was found frozen in the ruins of an asteroid field with the severed head of a dragon. What? Travels the stars as a Solarian, a being that controls the powers of stars and gravity themselves. She still works to do good in this world she still works to do good in this new world she finds herself in, but the world is a far darker place than when she had died. Her world had been destroyed in a conflict that killed all but the... Her world had been destroyed in a conflict that killed all the gods themselves, and it was in large part her fault for tipping the balance so heavily toward the side of good. She now fights the evils of these worlds and always stops to help those who can't help themselves like she used to. But there is a sadness to her. Oh no. She was 18 when she started her journey. Everyone she knows and loved is dead. Most of their ghosts literally haunted her until she was able to make peace with them. She still smiles though, always smiling, because in the best stories, no matter how dark it got, the heroes would always keep hope that they can make a better world, so that's what she will do. With the fragment of her god's soul forming a shining, if broken weapon in her hand, she will still fight to make the world a better place. My god. My god. $159 paladins. I know I want to give her a hug. Come now. Cinnarol. A baby. Not in age, but in... Oh. Beautiful. Would this count as converted class subclass? Yeah, 7 years is quite impressive. I'm counting this as converted class subclass. We've got an anecdote to read here. I'm also checking implied revives or resurrections on my bingo card. Alright, anecdote. Specific anecdote. She was traveling to gain... This is before the freezing. Before she got frozen. She was traveling to gain allies for her quest to lead an army to free all this... No, we already did this. No, we did. No, we didn't. This is detailed. We're here. I'm here. Again. Would haunted by the ghosts of everyone they knew and loved count as edgelord? I would say so. I would say so. She was traveling to gain allies for her quest to lead an army to free all the slaves in the north, and during her travels, entire cults were formed with the goal to kill her. At the time, she was traveling with several companions, included... I am reading words incorrectly. Including a hired mercenary named Slipshot. She and Slipshot both really liked each other, but neither had really realized or acted on those feelings, much to the rest of the party's collective annoyance. I'm going to check denial of feelings on my bingo card. Hey, sweet tea, it's going well, how are you? She heard of a plan to try and spring a trap on her and decided to rush in headfirst to stop them because that's exactly what the heroes in the plays would always do. So she and the party go to a house where the trap is and go down to the basement. When they are there, they find them summoning a demon. Aeron and the party spring into action and begin to fight the cult. It's going well, but then the demon uses Dominate Person and dominates the will of Slipshot and has her shoot Aeron. Aeron is furious, but before she can do anything, the evil cleric that summoned the demon uses his magic to blind blind, Aeron. Failed save. Oh no. I feel like that's friendly fire. If anyone has friendly fire, I would definitely count that. Even if it was not on purpose. Against their will. So now Aeron is blind, has been shot, and is rarely not smiling. Give her back, Aeron says, her voice shaking with anger. The demon laughs and begins to go on and on about how she is doomed. Aeron repeats once more, give her back. The demon laughs at how possessive Aeron is of the archer, and the cleric just laughs and says, what can Aeron do if she can't see? Aeron takes her holy avenger and attacks the demon while he's laughing at how helpless she is and decapitates him in one swing. A nat 20. What an epic time to roll a nat 20. She then turns to face the cleric using her detect evil to locate them and says, I can still see evil. She proceeds to fight with the rest of the group, freeing Slipshot from the control of the demon when he died, and even tries to save the cult leader from being dragged to hell, but wasn't strong enough. In the future, she has calmed the ghosts of her past, destroying an entire space station that was a slave hub, and had tea with her oldest friend, the last druid, after saving them from a curse that was going to kill the entire planet the druid had made to preserve the animals from Aeron's home. Wow, that's all I can really say, and had tea. Oh, wow. That was a really great anecdote. Thank you so much, Raven. I appreciate you. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, anyone who has been here for more than a stream or two, that sounds like the most epic... Okay, we're good. The most epic nat 20 of all time. Whew. My god. Okay, anyone who's been here for more than a couple streams should be able to say the favorite color with me. Also piloted a ship through a black hole with a nat 20. Yes! Yes, we have arrived. We have arrived. Character details. Favorite color, purple. And opened a puzzle box with a nat 20. Nice. Purple! Favorite pastime. Watching musicals, and now anime, now that she's in the future. Pet peeve. She cannot stand transphobes and homophobes. Me either. She once in the future went on a full assault and destroyed a whole mafia family just to rescue the mafia boss's son who was being forced to present as a girl and follow traditional gender roles by his father. Oh. Epic. One awesome habit. Her detect good and evil paladin power instead of actually hears what the person's theme song is and does directly tell Aeron if they're good or evil. Aeron makes a judgment call depending on the song. Okay, that's really cool. So Aeron gets a song and then determines based on that whether they're good or evil. I know, patron saint. And with those nat 20s, I definitely need her on my side. One annoying habit. She tends to rush into things without a plan. I was picking up on that throughout the stories. After all, things always work out for the heroes at the end of the story with the power of friendship and unwavering faith, right? She also is very, very gay. And tends to flirt with every woman she sees. She's poly. I do believe the literal power of friendship is a bingo square, if anyone has that. There is a tiny little fly that I would really love for it to leave me alone. Oh. Power of friendship is a square! It is. It is. Seeing it the first time I checked it on your website. Yeah. Yes. Epic. It became a square through the power of friendship. Okay. Scars. She has a scar around her neck from when she was nearly beheaded and fell thousands of feet from the air. The attack destroyed her town's sacred armor, and she had been using, but afterwards, the event led to her finally realizing her feelings for Slipshot and confessing to her in a bathroom during a panic attack about nearly dying. When better to confess one's feelings. Yes, mind control. That's a good one. They get together. Catchphrases. She will often high-five people to do lay on hands. Oh, man. Oh, buddy. Come here. No need for growling. We've got a high-fiving epic badass here. Not this guy. This is Bilbo. He's not really an epic badass. But he is a cutie patootie. He is a cutie patootie. He's so brave. Barking at the hallway, growling at everything he hears. He is an epic cutie patootie. He's so reluctant to be on camera. But what can you do? Okay. Do you want to plot or do you want to get down? Plots? Oh, good boy. She had a songbird named Shuffle that she taught her favorite songs. Oh. Shuffle. Like an iPod, like a little iPod Nano. Does coming for the mafia for transphobia count as calling someone out? I'm gonna say yes. We will go for probably about another 40 minutes. Did you get bingo? Tell us your bingo. What were the ones that you filled? Tell us your squares. Fightingshadow, are you still with us? Hello, Grace. Found family. Very good, very good. Free space. I know, he does just want to protect us from the ghost in the hallway. Calling someone out? Fightingshadow, what is your character's name? Very good, very good. Ensko. I've got to stop having so many tabs open. Ensko. I'm glad you're here. Okay. I'm still very annoyed with Discord. It got rid of my event. I don't know what happened there. I didn't delete it. It disappeared from my logs. So I'm gonna have to set that up again. But in the Discord, I do have a repeating event that will get recreated. I went to so much work to really write all that out and have all like cute little image for it and everything, but it's gone. It's all of a sudden. I don't know why. Parent figure, mind control, tragic backstory, found family, calling someone out. There we go. How far down the list? Great question. Definitely too far for today. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Currently not counting from the beginning. I've already removed the people from the top. Oh boy. Grace, I've just added you to the end of the list. How about this? I will read the list I currently have. There are 37 names. Joy keeps calling the, I was gonna say narcolepsy. That's not right. Nepotism. Joy keeps calling nepotism. Nepotism! Where was I? Okay, I'm gonna read the list. There's 37 names. I'm only reading display names. So keep your ear out for your display name. What's the point of family if we don't get nepotism? Fightingshadow will be up next. Qrow, Puppet Theater System, Dahlia, KayJay, Marie Shady, Raven, Caleb Holt, Shmapalo, Albatross, Cass, Noah, Jim, Boo the Min Piggy, Faenigma Mutt, Joy Dorco, K9, Lulu, Smiley, Alice the Obsessed, Wizzsword, Sofriska, CT0726 Mott? Is it like, I feel like that's a airplane or something. Madden, Galamede, Extrovert, Fire King, Connor, Smexky, Conan the King, Cyber the Bard, Fergie, Tylox, Kinsey Queen, Miraline, and Grace. I'm guessing we'll get between 3 to 5 or 6 more, depending on how long. Depending on how long these take to read. Joy, I added you so fast, there was already still so many people. This is to read out submitted characters for the songs, Coriander. Coriander. Yeah, VR can be a huge workout. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, you were here. Hold on. I know you were. Why can't I move these things? Oh, it's because I've sorted it in a different way. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, I love that's a great body doubling is great. My clone trooper's designated number and the name his bros gave him. Okay. Props on saying my name correctly with no hesitation. Yeah, I mean, I often do butcher these. But I'm getting used to reading a lot of names I'm not comfortable with. I say not comfortable with. Not certain what to expect. I just dive into it now and then hope for the best. Okay. Okie dokie. This is your first time able to chat. Well, I'm glad you're able to say hi. And yes, I will be recreating the event in the Discord, and then I always tag people. I always tag everyone when I actually go live as well. Gillimead, not today. It's very unlikely we will get to you today. I've got like 20 people in front of you waiting, unfortunately. Hydration Station, welcome back, Jim. But I am going to be keeping track of who's been here, how often, and prioritizing those who have been here more and been waiting and waiting and waiting. I have a live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. my time, which is Germany time. To make it easy, I have 2 things. I have a Discord. Discord invite link is dorko.tv/discord. It's 18 and up. So there's that. And I notify everyone when I'm going live there, and if I do spontaneous streams, that will be updated there as well. There's a fly, it's really bugging me. And I have also recently learned that TikTok has actually events that you can set up here. So if you go to my bio, I'm going to try and stay on top of it. So at any given time, you can go to my bio and hopefully find the next ones, and you can register. So TikTok will also natively let you know when I'm going live for those events. So yes, I'm going to try and stay on top of both the Discord event and the TikTok event. It's 6:30 my time, which is Germany. But if you use the Discord event or the TikTok event, my understanding is that we'll just tell you what time that is for you so that you don't have to do conversions. I'm a Dutch peep. I am actually from the US. I've just been living here in Germany for like 8 years. So I am honorarily German. And I've been learning German. I still don't feel like I'm all that great at it, but I get by. Anyways, yes, the more, and also just the more that you engage, like if you, I think commenting and just watch through time, engaging my content on your timeline or For You page, keeps me in your TikTok algorithm. Slightly longer than I've been playing Aeron. Oh my god, right? But yes, the more that you register for my events, joining in the Discord, engaging my content in general, that keeps me in your TikTok feed, etc., etc. I live my whole life in the Netherlands. I'm still bad at Dutch. For German, yeah. What story has made you cry the most? I don't know. We've had some pretty intense ones. Currently it is 8 p.m. here for me. Okay. I've got Ensko. We're gonna read Ensko for Fightingshadow. I'm gonna say that again for the recording. Reading for Fightingshadow. Character Ensko. Character species Tigress. A firebender, 27 years old, he, his. Party role. This is a little bit more of a backstory. Hold on. Yeah, I think party role, we can just kind of roll that into the backstory. Here we go. Backstory. Ensko is a timid tigress and firebender. He and his current owner, Jack, were drawn into what was probably the first resistance movement. Through a little back and forth and even an attempt at sabotage by Ensko against the insurgents, the man who dragged them into the revolution, Goldfried, eventually became the rebels' first bastion. Ensko was released by Jack, who no longer was his owner but his closest friend. He found other friends such as Hestia and Zenar and worked up a reputation in the resistance. Ensko is now bursting with strength and was actively involved in freeing a dragon in the dynasty's capital to free the elven forests. On the way, Zenar and Jack lost their lives, and yet Ensko continues to fight as one of the most powerful firebenders. Is this like what system and world is this? I'm super curious. Continuation of the backstory. He grew up in slavery and saw no problems with it. Later, his owner, now best friend, gave him freedom. He protects people and fights for the resistance with all his power. Homebrew, really nice. Yeah, I was like, I was pretty sure there was an Avatar Last Airbender TTRPG, but I know that, firebenders are not unique to Avatar only. That's just what I, of course, jumped to. Current story arc. We found a loading directory that showed that a dragon was captured in the elven forests and shipped to Olympus, aka the capital of the dynasty. A magician had paralyzed the dragon. When we got there, we just kept following the signs until we found a huge metal gate with the dragon behind it. With the help of Ensko's explosions and the expertise and skills of the others, we managed to get in there and free the dragon from its chains. Ensko played a significant role in this because there were quite a few reinforcements on the way, but they couldn't cope with his fire explosions. The dragon was freed and flew back to the elven forests. He is the protector of the elves, and the elves to some extent worship him. He drove out the invaders. Epic story. Specific anecdote. In the elven forests, you need city passes to enter cities, and we had a mission in a city but no passes. Ensko is too shy and not confident enough in himself to express his ideas or assert himself, so he quietly and secretly went into the crowd of people standing in line and came back with 5 city passes that he stole without anyone noticing. Character details. His favorite color is orange. Me too. Ensko is known for his distinct fire explosions. He is very, very quiet and shy, but shouldn't be underestimated. You could call him the Dragon of the East. Love explosions, freer of dragons, clearly a pickpocket for good. Sneaky boom boom. Okay. Qrow. We've got Gilbella, Xiloscient? Xiloscient. We've reached the time of day where a lot of people need to be lurking, so I will be able to have... I'm gonna try and see how many we can get through. I said it great? Excellent. Hopefully I said it great the last time, because that's the one I'm gonna stick with. I really wish this little tiny fly would leave me alone. Don't forget to drink. Yes, thank you. Brought to you by water. Not Nalgene, they didn't pay me for this. Drink water, stay hydrated. Lurking is my constant state of being, I fully understand. I myself am something of a lurker. You turn on some bright lights and just the flies really come out. It's much worse during summer. For chat, a meds reminder. If you haven't taken your meds, that is an excellent reminder. I'm too much of an extrovert to lurk. I like to call myself a well-socialized introvert because, as Joy indicated earlier, we are not even beginning to be half of our family. I have 8+ siblings. It depends on how you want to qualify siblings. I have 11 siblings, really, at the end of the day, if you're counting, like, basically siblings and step-siblings. It depends on who you ask is a great way to put it, Joy. So yeah, you know, just a lot of people. So many siblings. And so family gatherings are inherently enormous. And growing up with so many people, you just have to learn to be around that many people all the time. So I just like to put in, I'm like a well-socialized, well-trained introvert. Well, we certainly can't discuss Uncle Rob right here, right now, but I would love to hear about it later. Was it recent, like a new one? Many Dorko peeps. Yes, so I know there are Dorkos that are not actually directly related to me, but if you run across Dorkos on the internet, there is a small chance that is one of my siblings. Or family members. Just leave it alone. I'm not doing, I'm just deleting duplicates, so if you submit it twice, you won't know which one that I decide to keep. And there's close to 1,500 submissions, and that's just far too many for me to be handling, like, individual updates. I have started working on a tiny little app that you could update things like typos in your species, but it wouldn't be for updating your full stories, and it gets locked if I've read it, because if I've read it, I've already gotten to know your character, and that's just not cool if you're changing stuff after I've read it. So, if you join the Discord and ask me about it later, I can show you the little app that I built if there's little small typos and stuff. But if it's because you wanted to, like, add a bunch of other new details, then that would be a no. There are not many Dorkos in the world, and especially not in the US. I'm glad that this is a good... Typos in my species feels like a mood. Oh. Okay, we're going to actually read for Qrow here with Gilbella Xiloscient. Wood Elf, Blood Hunter, 270 years old, she, hers. Party role, Team Monster. Does that get to count as party pet? Does that get to count as party pet? No, if we manage to get to yours live, these types of things also are easy for us to change together. So for small stuff like that, like I fixed the human typo earlier, like those things we can do together. I don't know if I have party pet, but I know party pet is absolutely a bingo card. Square. I already love them, yes. Backstory. She comes from a world known only as the Shadowlands. At 17, while hunting, she was asked by the party to help stop some evil cosmic force from rising and destroying her world. They failed and retreated through a portal to another world, where she fights on many worlds. This is so many worlds. When told to, because she has nowhere else to go, as her world is presumably destroyed. Team monster equals party pet, and I have that square. I'm counting it. Do it. I know that, like, village being destroyed is on there, and I think world being destroyed also counts for that, by the way, as well. I don't have that one, but I know it might be on some of y'all's cards. Current story arc. She kept fighting for the people that took her away for hundreds of years. Does that count as kidnapping? She has constantly asked about her world. She has constantly asked about whether her world is still around or not. She kept getting no answers from the people that she worked for, and most party members shrugged the question off, saying that she should be glad they took her away and gave her the chance to still live. She most recently walked away after helping save another world, giving no goodbye to the most recent party she was with, and not saying a word to the people she worked for. Now, a mostly retired party adventurer, she still will fight from time to time. Her biggest challenge to accomplish is to raise her son Hadi, named after a party member she was fond of, alone after her husband became one with their forest to save it from dying. I think I have loss of a loved one in there as well. She has resentment towards the people that basically used her as a monster to fight other monsters without ever having received an answer to her biggest question. For the most part, she has found some peace while raising her child. Oh. Okay, I'm counting that as kidnapping. What a sad, sad time. I know, I hope she's doing okay. Oh, no. She's now an NPC. Oh, man. So it also count as abandoned as a child. Character details. Favorite color is red. Favorite pastime is to hunt. Top pet peeve is when people withhold information. I can understand why. She has red markings under her eyes that are upside down crescents that have a line going down the face on the outside corners. She also has scars all along her arms, both from herself and creatures of all sorts. Catchphrases. Reconsider your actions or run. Fight now, talk later. If you wanted a fight, then you have found it. Amazing. Those are some pretty good lines, though. I know we need a character support group. Character support group. Okay, we've got about 18 more minutes. Puppet Theater System, Dahlia. Those two I can almost certainly read. Maybe KayJay, maybe Marie Shady. And then we'll see what time it is if we get that far. I always struggle, and y'all are very kind about it. I always struggle because I usually have a lot of energy left at the end of these, and I really love doing these. But I have found that if I go more than 2 hours, my voice is destroyed. So I've really been capping myself at around 2 hours for these, despite really wanting to. I want to like sit here all night and read these to you to make sure everyone gets their story. But I just simply cannot without wrecking my voice. Bingo! I want to hear the squares you got, if you don't mind sharing. I also like us to chat, so if we don't, I'm glad to hear that. I also really like, I really love chatting, so I want to balance, like, actually doing what I've told you I'm here to do, read your stories, and then, like, what I love about this project, what I've been loving about the, TTRPG community here on TikTok, what I've just been loving about all of this is, like, hanging out and getting to know y'all, and, like, I love the community element of this so much. And and that's something I felt I started diving into last year when I first started the project, but between my like health stuff and like other issues I had going on last year, I ended up not being able to focus on this as much as I wanted. And so I definitely wasn't as consistent as I had been hoping to be. And part of that kind of things, I don't know. I feel like I didn't dive into the community aspect as much as I wanted to because things got really overwhelming. Not just the project, I wasn't as well organized last time. So I've made a lot of tweaks this year to help set myself up for success so that I can really do this without burning out and without being overwhelmed. And the things that made last year so difficult are no longer happening. So I have big hopes and dreams for 2024, and I love this. Everybody loves you and you're doing it perfectly. Thanks, Joy. You're absolutely amazing and very appreciated. Building a great community, doing a great job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're all so lovely. Shared it with your whole party in DM. Thank you. I like to say, I made a quick video about it and I'll probably talk about it more, but I feel like a draconic bard, like a little dragon bard who instead of hoarding gold, I hoard stories, and the more stories that I collect, the stronger I grow, and those stories gain power, which then give me greater, bardic powers by sharing those stories, because in the same way, like lighting a candle with a candle, you don't lose your candle's fire, you share the fire, right? Yeah, so I like to think of like a dragon collecting stories, but then the thing that makes the stories so strong is the sharing of them, right? So I don't know, I'm this visual, I don't have a good, there's no moral to that story. But I just love the idea of collecting all these stories and then sharing them with everyone, bards be barding. Okay, we're going to, is Puppet Theater System still here? I was pretty sure I saw him a second ago, but I also have accidentally started reading stories out of order. They had to go? Okay. We will mark them as skipped. Okay. Can't stop telling it like a jukebox dragon. All right, Dahlia, are you still with us? Here. I love when I can like feel like the vibrations of like I'm here. Oh dear. Okay. What is your character? Oh no, I think I found it over. No, that's different. There's many Dahlias and names. What is your character's name? Oh, I think I found it. Niramour. Tural. The excitement is palpable through the screen. Mainly known as Nira. I love. Love the energy in the studio. I love all of this. I thrive. I'm really trying to embrace, like, my goal would be, I'm trying to phrase it, I've come up with a way to say it. Let me, how have I been saying it? I want to be, like, the IRL level 20 bard for the TTRPG community, right? Like, oh, cool, what a fun, like, I don't know what that looks like, but I don't have to put, like, a definition on that yet. Literally vibrating in my chair. But yeah, I want to be like, people think like, oh, who tells the stories of the TTRPG community? It's me. Oh, Anne does that. Anne Dorco, you know them? Yeah, that's who tells the stories of the TTRPG community. Oh, Joy, I would maybe take you up on the vocal training, by the way. Joy is an excellent and highly trained musician. FYI, music runs in this family. Okay, we are reading for Dahlia. Niramour Tural, also called Nira as a nickname. Azamar Monk, 23 years old, she, hers. Party role, group mom and moral compass, though she has had to overcome her general naivety. Backstory. Pre-campaign, Nira was raised as an orphan in the village of the Silver Flame, an isolated town in the middle of nowhere tundra. She always had dreams that guided her, and one day they centered around her future best friend, Aris, and their party being attacked near her hometown, so she set off to find them. Naivety. Jarl. She grew up extremely sheltered, so she starts the campaign with a naivety that she has to grow out of for the party's safety. Yet the party does rally around her firm belief of the good in the world. We need to just have like a freaking precious bean trope. That would almost be a free square. Current story arc. Shortly after Nira joined the party, and therefore the guild of heroes they belonged to, Aris discovered an ancient journal belonging to the Lich Larlock. In exchange for power, Larlock commissioned Aris to hunt down and harvest the souls of the strongest spellcasters of 8 schools of magic, of which Nira was apparently the divination spellcaster. Ooh! This may be party member betrayal coming up here. Ooh. Ooh, the too good for this world trope. Okay. Throughout the course of the campaign, the party came across every other spellcaster and learned that they were born with these powers and were the continuation of the past lives of all the most powerful spellcasters in their schools of magic. It was through this that Nira finally learned how her mother died, as each spellcaster's immense power ended up draining the life and killing their mothers upon birth, and that she was also the daughter of the Silver Flame. Ooh. Many of the villains they fought throughout the campaign were these spellcasters, as the more they used their powers, the more it consumed their souls, leading them down a path of death and destruction. Nira at first refused to use her powers beyond the bare minimum. Yet twice she sacrificed parts of her soul to achieve necessary skills to save her lover and to defeat Larlock, each time causing her to grow colder and stop pulling her punches. Aris had no qualms harvesting the souls of the villains, but he refused to hurt Nira, and through her dreamscape, Nira found out about the trapped souls Aris had obtained, and together with their party, they developed a plan to take Larlock down. Though Aris lost an arm and an eye in betraying Larlock, through the help of their guild, the spellcasters that vowed to repay Nira for her kindness, and allies worldwide and one enemy, turned party member, the party defeated Larlock as Emerus sacrificed himself. They later rescued him post-campaign. Oh man. The little guy trope is a cinnamon bun. Oh, intense. I have party member betrayal and extreme betrayal, and I can't tell if either of those like qualify here. Welcome temporarily back. Specific anecdote. Ooh. It's like camping, it's intense. Specific anecdote. My favorite arc of Nira's story was when she kidnapped a prince from his evil spellcaster twin. proceeded to set him up with his future husband, and when the queen revealed her true colors and threatened to kill Nira's lover and Eris's parents if the prince wasn't returned within 24 hours, Nira proceeded to call in all the favors owed to her and overthrow a government within 10 hours and put the prince, now king, on the throne. Oh yes. Oh yes. Character details. Favorite colors. Favorite colors. Dark green and silver. Pastimes, practicing martial arts and watching Buddy cook. He became the guild chef. This was the lover's name. I was skipping over a lot of parentheses details for time's sake, but Buddy is the name of the lover. Taking advantage of kindness is a pet peeve. A good habit, making tea and herbal remedies for her friends, sometimes butting in to help when she's not wanted. I think that's the good and the bad habit. Silver flames around her upper left arm, tattooed like a bracelet, scars on her torso from when she was impaled once. The sentences that come into these character details are often so like this. And a scar from that one time I was in hell. And also from the neck wounds when my head was almost cut off. And also... like, these are the times, the sentences, yeah, we're so calm about, like, these sentences are so crazy sounding, like, scars from her torso from when she was impaled once, no big deal, no biggie. Here's some quotes, some catchphrases. Time for therapy. Oh, honey. What they said, talking about Eris. Buddy! Although I feel like I didn't quite put lover voice into the buddy one. It's just trauma. I like how we started with edgy characters who had wholesome stories come up and then ended with cinnamon buns with trauma. Oh yeah, I have a fake leg, didn't you know? Just a scratch. No, that was right. Okay, good. I'm not so good with, like, I don't really do seductive voice. I don't do, like, sexy schmexy voice. I don't have that. It's not in my repertoire. I'm trying to voice a siren for some voice acting right now, and that is quite the challenge. It's really not. They're both golden retrievers. Excellent. It's just a flesh wound. But I'm not dead yet. She will be by the next time they come round. Gotta watch that again. Okay, y'all. I have 4 more minutes. I will squeeze in one more. KayJay. I'm almost certain I just saw you in chat. I've got the memory of Dory. Fire King, we are definitely not going to be able to make it to you. We're going to do KayJay, and that will already be pushing me over the 2-hour limit. Memory of Dory, EP. Petrichor. You have a line in bingo? I want to hear your squares. I want to hear the squares. I think I forgot to read the last squares that came out. Last stream, last live, I don't think we got any bingos. And now we've had at least 3. I will say, I gave this information last time. A very, very, very new rule is that I will, in the future, only be accepting non-minor characters just due to a very upsetting story that we had. I don't want to invalidate these characters because I understand that there's a lot of reasons one would maybe want to do that. But just in the future, there's a new rule that I will not be accepting minor, like, underaged characters. As long as these current characters that have been submitted are not, like, incredibly upsetting stories, I'm gonna, like, roll with what we have. But, like, for example, I did remove a video from a VOD, or one of the stories from a VOD, and I will not be publishing that one on my TikTok little videos I've been editing and releasing. I do want to roll with what we have, because as long as they're not super upsetting, I think it's okay. And like, these are fictional characters. But just based on, I know it was extremely triggering for a lot of people who were there to hear it. And even then I like super edited it as I read. I super edited as I read. But yeah, so I will be very careful when we are reading underage characters for what has already been submitted. And then for future years when we're doing this project again, that will be the rule going forward, and any new submissions, that is now a rule in the form. And I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out to me just from a really fast skim. But yeah, it was a little, I feel bad because, again, I don't want to invalidate these stories, and I know that the way that these things played out is probably like helpful, right, for the you know, like, there's things that we process through our characters. So, like, I don't want to invalidate that, but also, when certain things happen to kids in stories, like, that's upsetting. Anywho, so just, you know, putting that out there. If you haven't submitted a story and you want to, going forward, submissions need to be not underage characters, and otherwise this will hopefully be fine. Again, I'm not seeing anything jump off the page at me that this is a problem story, but every time that we run across underage characters now, I'm going to be putting that out there. I didn't have that rule before, so there was no way to know that this wasn't something to do. So it's really not there's no judgment and there's no issues. That's just going forward. Okay. Oh, these are two. Okay, so this is a dual submission. Like, two characters at the same time. We haven't read one of those yet. All right, have a good one. Yeah, there will be the VOD. So we have our first. I did say people could do this. We just haven't gotten to one yet. And for me, it's really less about. If the story works together and it's about as long as one character would have been, it works. So we are reading for KayJay. We have Petrichor and Riley. Human, one is a cleric paladin and the other is a rogue. Are they both 10 years old? And the party roles are healer and troublemaker. Backstory. I'm going to say 10 years old. Petrichor was an automaton built 2 years ago. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's in the current story arc. I see it now. Okay, backstory. Petrichor doesn't remember a lot of their past, but was created about 2 years ago and functioned as a heal bot for the artificer, Dr. Diago. Diago? Riley grew up in post-apocalyptic America and lived happily with her parents and older brother for a decent amount of her childhood. She was kidnapped by the remaining military presence when she was 7, with the intent of using her for experiments, but got sick before they could do anything to her. Petrichor is a great name, yeah. I think I already got kidnapped written down. Current story arc. Petrichor started as an automaton who was found by the party on their way to find their missing artificer and maker. They travel through dimensions in their search for Dr. Diago, and Petrichor has struggled to find out how their clerical connection to their god works since they don't pray or worship. Along the way, Petrichor's consciousness was transferred into the body of a child, and Riley joined the party. They operate as a 2-in-1 package, but each are their own distinct person. Riley is an energetic troublemaker who brings modern terms and knowledge from a post-apocalyptic America to a fantasy party, but also struggles to feel she belongs. Recently, Petrichor and Riley have been fighting over feelings and what to do given current circumstances, but another godly or eldritch force might have taken interest in Riley after she shut Petrichor out. Is Riley the body for Petrichor? Am I understanding that correctly? It works like DID. Okay, 2 souls, 1 kid. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure if I was understanding that right. Wild. That's a pretty cool character design. Yeah, I'm going to be going live every Wednesday. Definitely every Wednesday in January. And then I'm going to see if I can keep that up with my schedule going throughout the rest of the year. And then there will be the VODs on YouTube if you want to watch through all the past VODs and for today's VOD. Okay. They got a gecko pet. Beans. Character details. Favorite color, blue. Is both of their favorite colors blue? Favorite pastime, whittling, carving, and doing magic tricks. Aww. Scars, a jagged triangular scar that runs from the bottom right side of the lip to just under the chin. Oh, a cutie patootie with a gecko. Neurospicy NPCs? Yes. Very good. Yes, next week it'll have to be. We've got, it won't necessarily be in the order that I wrote. It will be, the new setup tracks how many times you've been here. And then I mark, when you show up in the chat to the best of my ability. Sometimes chat is crazy, like it was super fast at the beginning of this stream. But I try to mark as you come in, and so then my new system will balance. It's gonna wait how many times people have been here, and then when they showed up. Hopefully, that's the theory of the system I built. But yeah, we've got 34 more people on the list that I was not able to do today, and we are a little over 2 hours already. So I'm gonna need to call it for today. Joy's convinced nepotism is gonna win out. But yes, we're gonna be done with stories for today, mostly for my voice because I'm tired. My voice is tired, and I keep wrecking it when I stream longer than 2 hours. Maybe Joy's gonna train me to have a longer lasting voice. Oh, I meant to put my beautiful necklace on and then I forgot. Check this necklace out. It's so pretty. Oh, that's the back of it. Hold on. I'm not usually a big like jewelry person, but this is like this would be my arcane focus if I were a bard who could actually cast magic. Just saying. Breathe steam. Yes, same time on Wednesdays each week. I'm glad you all had a good time. Thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget to take care of yourselves. Locking the necklace into the bard story. Yeah, same place, same time. As often, as far into the year as I can. If I get too busy, I may have to switch to every other week, but I am also, my Fridays are randomly a little more open, so I may occasionally do spontaneous Fridays, but there, I don't know what time that would be, and I don't know yeah. And also on Fridays, every other Fridays going forward, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, an actual play, where y'all can join in with Twitch channel points to, like, redeem health potions for players, and that kind of thing. Yeah. If you do something spontaneous, you have to text me. That's the law. But yeah, that's all coming up again. That's all starting up again in the Discord. There will be mini announcements about everything. So dorko.tv/Discord if you missed the invite link for that. 18 plus is the only rule. And yeah, I'm going to have to go through and check. A bunch of people joined, so I got to go say hi. And yeah, take good care of yourselves. Have fun with your characters. I'm excited for next week. I can't tell you, I was looking forward to today, like, all week. We stand joy. Yes. Very good. Excellent. Yeah. And again, y'all should be checking each other out. Y'all do amazing things. I try to check your profiles out as much as I can. Especially if you've been in my comment section. You're all wonderful and do amazing things. Enjoy, we trust. Okay. I'm going to say goodbye for real now. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you next week. And in all the videos. And in between. Bye!